What? Do you want to come up here? You have to be really careful not to knock anything over. You can come up if you want to. You want to stay there. That's totally fine. Okay. Welcome back. Welcome back to the final video of the Daily Dose Diaries. This month, this January, I have been doing a video a day. And if we've never met before, hi, my name is Evie. I am your online self-appointed big sister that is going to help you move out of overwhelm and into overflow. And if you can hear some squeaking in the background, my dog Sophie just got her toys out of her basket. How cute. Okay, if you've been following along, you might be like, Eve, there has not been any videos for the last 2 days. Guys, we had a disaster. I had filmed videos. Maybe I'll put some of the visual in here now. Somewhere on the screen. I filmed a coffee date video. I filmed some walking videos. I filmed some in the car chat videos. And all of the sound got corrupted. I'm not really sure how or why. I'm not sure what I've done. This has been a big, steep learning curve. And I realised this at the beginning of the week. And unfortunately, I have been so busy, booked in sessions, in with organisations, my one-to-one clients. I've been so busy this week. I have not been able to rectify that. I have made sure that shorts have gone out on those days to try and make up for the lack of those 2 videos, but I am really sorry. I hope you can forgive me, and I hope this video makes up for it. And really annoying as well because the videos were good. I was proud of them. Anyway, what a learning this month has been. This video, I'm going to be sharing my January reflections. You might want to reflect as well in the comments. I'd love to know how you found the first month of 2025. And we're going to look ahead to what is coming, what you can expect from me, from my offerings, and yeah, how we can feel a little bit hopeful about spring. So before we go any further, you might want to go grab a warm drink. You might want to grab your journal. You might want to reflect along with me live. I have got a ginger cordial with some ice. Is it cold? Yes. Do I love ice in my drinks? Absolutely. In this video, we're going to talk about wins and highlights. We're going to talk about challenges and lessons. We're going to talk about the themes for February. And yeah, I think this is something that I find really helpful to do at the end of every single month. I think it helps keep us on track for where we want to go. And you know those goals we set about 30 days ago? This is how we stay aligned with them. This is how we kind of strategically show up for our personal goals, for our professional desires, for what we're trying to create. It's impossible to kind of set goals, set a New Year's resolution, and then hope that it finds you. That's not going to work. If that had worked, it would have worked by now. It hasn't. Has it? So, we need to get a little bit more strategic. I'm sick of seeing in the wellness space very airy-fairy ideals. I think we need to balance that out, right? I'm definitely super airy-fairy. I've got these big dreams, lofty goals, and I'm absolutely based in reality, and I show up to every aspect of my life pretty much with a strategy. And I think to keep that balanced is a way to honor ourselves, is a way to honor those goals, is a way to honor the people that support us. It's a way to maintain those promises that we've made, and it's a way to get things done. And I am all about getting things done, if you didn't know that already. What's this? Go on then. Whoa. Okay, that just got Sophie really, really excited. Sophie's my dog, if you've never met her before. She's a rescue German Shepherd. Maybe crossed with a Doberman, we think. Anyway, we might see her. We're definitely going to hear her. Let's start with our highlights and our wins, okay? So for me, my highlights would be I was in Women's Health this month, if you didn't know. This is the episode. This is the issue I was in. And you can find me just here. Oh, I think it's still out. I think it's still available. Go find it. There's a treat in there. There's a treat in there for you. From me, from my heart to yours. So that is a huge, huge win. It happened right at the end of December. I'm calling it a January win because it's the January-February issue. What a dream and a delight. You know, a year ago, I couldn't have wished for more than being in women's health. And it's absolutely amazing to kind of achieve that goal, hit that win, and that be absolutely a reality. I am in print in women's health. That's amazing. And such a huge thing to kind of kick the year off with as well. Huge, huge win. A second win would be showing up consistently, almost on YouTube. Some technical difficulties have made that, a little more difficult than I thought it would be. But I did definitely film and create all of those videos. And, 28 of them are up. So I'm absolutely delighted with that. Delighted with the kind of connection that we already had so far this month on YouTube, and just feeling so excited for what the future holds with that. But more on that later. And I also held my seasonal reset class this January, about 2 weeks ago now. That is my online meditation and journaling event. I hold it once a quarter. I host it online so that people can join from anywhere in the world, and people do. It's so cool. It's a really great way to gather in a circle and, let go of what you need to let go of from the previous season. Align yourself with what nature is doing, and then step into the next season really keyed in on what you want to achieve, how you want to show up for yourself, your family, your community, your work. It's such a juicy, fantastic 90-minute session. And the tickets for my spring seasonal reset are out now. The early bird tickets are out now as well. So if you want to come, if you're thinking of coming, grab an early bird ticket now, because it's going to be just so gorgeous. Seriously, if you are stuck in that winter slump, I was having this conversation last night with a lovely group of people. If you're just ready for winter to be over, if you're feeling stagnant, like you've got no new ideas, if you kind of, the grey is just feeling a little bit overbearing, if you are desperate to experience spring and you want to kind of align yourselves, supercharge that season and get the most out of it, join us on Wednesday the 19th of March, the night before the spring equinox. Couldn't be timed more perfectly. Yes, I did that absolutely on purpose. And let's bloom into the next season with a lot of ease, with a lot of purpose, with a lot of intention. I would love to see you there. I think you'll get loads out of it. The response from 2 weeks ago, the feedback is huge. It's absolutely huge. The feedback is messages like, I needed that so much. I feel like I finally caught my breath after Christmas. I've made a plan to show up for my goals, and I'm actually doing it. That was another email that I got. If you would like that to be your reality, if you want to see what other people were saying, I've got loads of reviews on the website. Go have a look. It's going to be delightful. I also want to talk about how my word of the year, which is bliss, showed up for me this January. As you'll know, if you've been following me for a little while, but maybe you don't, I love to work cyclically. So I love to work in tune with my menstrual cycle for like a million different reasons, right? It just makes sense. If you are on a 28-day or a 30-day cycle rather than a 24-hour cycle, which my male counterparts are, I think there is no smarter way to show up for yourself in 2025 than to start living cyclically. And actually, bliss has found me at every moment in my cycle because I've really been intentional about that. I've really showed up to that. And that has been really, really magical. Packing my schedule really tightly during my follicular and ovulation phase, that was blissful, right? I have all of this extra energy and I used it really, really well. During my luteal phase, I was able to go way more methodically and slower, and I did not push at the same rate because I've been really smart about using that energy really well. It's been so good. So if you haven't started doing that yet and you have a menstrual cycle, it's just like a no-brainer for this year if you've got goals that you're trying to hit. And I've grown on every single platform, including YouTube. So I just wanted to say thank you so much for being here. My goal for this month of January is I wanted to grow 100 subscribers, and I'm actually at like 120 right now, which is awesome. That's so cool. I hit that goal and surpassed it. And, you know, you might be sat there thinking, wow, 120 subscribers, it's not very many. Imagine 120 people in a room. That would be loads. I couldn't fit everybody in my house. I'd have to like hire a space. That's so amazing. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm so glad that you're here. And yeah, just really, really thrilled to kind of have your feedback and just some really lovely, gorgeous messages in the comments. So that's been so cool. Just such a huge highlight for me this month. And I'm excited about what February's going to bring as well. So cool. Okay, let's talk about challenges and lessons learned. So, the corrupted files. That has been a really big lesson to learn. That has been a really big lesson to learn. I haven't quite learned it yet because I'm not entirely sure what went wrong. The car ones, the phone was connected to the car and I hadn't realised. So it just didn't pick up any of what I was chatting about. What I was chatting about was making sure that if you're a self-employed girly, that you start your day at least once a week at like 7:30, 8 a.m, meeting a friend, perhaps another self-employed girly, a group of gals for a matcha to like kickstart your day. If you work completely alone, that is a game changer. You need that. You need to find that. You need to create that. If you don't have that, I'm looking to create something like that online. If you're interested in that, let me know. We need each other. We can't do anything alone. So that's a shame that that video got lost. But hey, you've got the information in some kind of way. And maybe I'll remake it with the lessons that I learned. And you know, I think there's this theme, right, with January, that it's not about the perfect execution. It really is about laying that foundation. And so if you're thinking, wow, it just feels like there's been so many challenges this month. And like there have, right? January has felt so long. It's been so cold. We had all that snow. Maybe you had snow as well. That made everything go a million times slower. It was just really hard to get out and walk, you know, to be outside, to have fresh air. That has been so hard this month. And so I think it's really important to remember that we're talking about laying that foundation, right? Not going after that perfect execution. And yeah, if you haven't managed to lay that foundation yet, guess what? You can start tomorrow on February 1st. That is totally wonderful. You can start again and again and again as many times as you need to. But I hope you can kind of visualize and see January like that. It's just about laying the foundations. Now we can really get going in February. So let's talk about it then. Themes for February. I actually celebrated my second business birthday a few weeks ago in January. There's a bunch of content around that. If you're interested in seeing the behind the scenes here on YouTube, or you can listen to my full podcast, episode on that. I'm really proud of that episode. I'd love for you to give it a listen. But that also has really kind of set the tone for me. And so with February, I think it's about maintaining that slower, heart-centered space because spring isn't here yet, right? And some of you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I can't do another month of January. You're not. The days are getting lighter, right? The sun is almost setting at 5 p.m. if you live in the north of England like I do. So it's not another month of January, but it is this kind of slow emergence from our winter hibernation. And actually, there's something really peaceful about that. We don't need to hit the ground running. We can very gently begin to make those changes. You know, I met a friend to go for a walk in the park at 4 p.m. a few days ago because it's not pitch black anymore. So we can slowly begin to start incorporating those things. Getting up early isn't as hard because it's not as dark for as long as the morning anymore. And I think it's really about noticing that, creating space for that, and responding to that, right? Those changes are happening. Shift with the season. Listen to what your body is doing. Is it able to wake up a little bit earlier now because it's a little bit brighter? Honor that. Engage with that. In terms of how I want to show up on YouTube, I'm thinking, well, you let me know what you'd prefer. I'm thinking 2 videos a week. That's where I'm landing at the moment. I'd love to know your thoughts on that. When I launched the podcast, the first 12 weeks, I went for really short, snappy podcasts. By week 7, I actually ended up sharing a bonus episode that was much longer and chattier because that was a lot of the feedback. That bonus episode went really well. And so from, I think, episode 14 onwards, I've done much longer, chattier episodes. And so you can really see, I want to make content that you want to watch. It's about you, yeah? So if you like a longer video, let me know. If you prefer a shorter 10-minute video, let me know. I want to create content that really serves you. I've got some good ideas about some more things we can focus, looking at what went really well, what got the best response over this past month. But what would you like? I would love to know, and I'd love to create that content for you. So I'm thinking about a posting schedule of twice a week, but again, I'll be totally led and informed by what feels good for you. What do you want? Let me know. And just on a personal level, I've been really really diligent with my EFT tapping every single morning this month. That's been a game changer. And just a few days ago, I also landed on the affirmations that I wanted to use for February. And so I'm also using those every morning. I do my EFT tapping, and then I have my 3 affirmations that I also begin each day with. And I'm on, day 3 of it, and I'm loving it. So you might want to know more about that, you might not. I'm gently bringing it to you, but that is also something I'm really excited for February, to see how that is going to shift and change perhaps my creativity, the work I'm able to create. Wow, it just got so dark. I don't know whether that's going to be picked up on camera. But yeah, I feel really excited and hopeful for that. February is a quick month, and so yeah, I'm excited about everything that I'm going to share and the topics that we're going to cover together. I have a little bit of space left open in February if you're wanting some additional support, but I'm excited and I'm really hopeful for this next month. Before I close today, I'd love to know how you felt January went, what January taught you, and what you're bringing into February with you. I would love to know. Let me know in the comments. I'll see you very soon for not a Daily Dose Diary, but not with a Daily Dose Diary, but with something brand new, which I think you're going to love. And I hope the last few moments of January treat you really well, and I hope you have a mind-blowingly brilliant February. Look at that. What a statement. Let's begin with a bang, yeah? Thank you so much for joining me for these past 31 days, and I will see you very, very soon. Take good care.